Hi friends. Hello, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Haileen Makori, and yes, today I'm going to talk what has been talked of for so long. Actually, since last week, yeah, when the MP for Kaspol was shot dead, that's when this one came up. If I can remember very well. Yes, so well, it is something to think about that when the MP or Member of Parliament for Kaspul, that is in Homa Bay County in Kenya, was shot dead, and some people were celebrating. Imagine someone has died and people are celebrating. This is something to think about. To be honest, I really didn't know much about the MP, nor did I know about Dotty. So, as it is said, Dotty Apondi was a 34-year-old then that was in 2010. She was working, her job ended. She had studied in hotel management and the job ended. She went back home to stay with the parents. That was like around September, she went to stay with her parents. And then it so happened her uncle by then was Mr. Were, was doing campaigns, went to their home because he was going door to door and asked what she was doing. Then he had like she had just lost her job, and then he said, "Hey, by the way, I have some properties there. She can go and work for me. I have some business that I need someone to take care of because right now, as you can see, I'm busy. I'm busy campaigning and I may need help." And so he left funeral and he left bus fare. Let me call it bus fare for. He left bus fare for Dotty to to travel to Meru. The business was in Meru. So and then when I listened to the sister said that the father is the one who persuaded because Dottie was the elder sister of Nancy, who was narrating the story. The father persuaded him to go. So when the father released her, she left. So, and she went to Meru. So she was there for like 3 weeks, just 3 weeks. And they used to communicate with her mom like every day, communicate with mom, updating how the day was, what's been happening. Then all of a sudden, 3 weeks into her moving to Meru, she went quiet. Three, not even 1 month, three, she disappeared. She went quiet. So the sister, Nancy, was told to go and search for her and see what's happening. Why is it that they can't reach her on phone? So the sister left for Meru. She went. She went to the uncle's house. That's Uncle Were's house. She found a houseboy, and she introduced herself. And she said, and she asked that she's looking for her sister. And the houseboy sarcastically laughed and like said, "Your sister is there." Your sister is there. And as it so happened that there was no electricity, or there was no power that day when she went. And the guy was like, "You know what? The good thing today, there's no electricity, and so the CCTV, so we have CCTV camera in this house, will not be able to see us. So come and show you where your sister is." Nancy went in. I'm sure she was so excited to go in and meet with her sister, whom they've been looking for. She went. The guy took her to her sister's room, and she saw her sister's belongings there. There's a suitcase, and then there was a damp towel, like it has just been used. Like someone has just used it. Then she saw it. Then she saw another room with a grill door. Then she asked, "Why is it this, you have this grill door in here?" And then she was told, "This one is boss's room. In fact, we don't go in. We don't even clean it. He's the only one who cleans it. Now, that should have been number one red flag, that things were really bad, you know? The sister goes, then she leaves the guy with some money to buy airtime. Those days it wasn't easy, so not everybody had mobile phone. Then, like, here's money. If you get any news, please, about her, call me. This is my number. The following day, the houseboy calls Nancy, the sister to Dotty, and tells her, hey, come, I will show you where your sister is. Nancy was on her way to see another friend. Like, she was like, hey, since I'm here in Maryland, you're here, can I visit you? So she went back. This is something I really don't. This is like a movie. It's like watching a movie, honestly. When she was narrating this story, it's like watching a movie. So she goes back to the uncle's place, where and the houseboy had told her not to go to the house, but go meet somewhere. So she goes to where they'd agreed to meet. Then she goes there, calling the phone. The phone rings behind there. Then the guy who picked the call is like, are you the one who's looking for so and so? Yes. So and have you seen a police car leaving right now? Yeah. So and so has been I don't know if you can say attacked or what, because the guy was cut. Like, I'm laughing, but it's not a laughter for joy or what. It's just like something I really don't understand. So she says, the person tells her the houseboy has been rushed to the hospital because he was cut by pangas. And he was cut not by someone that they know or someone cut him, but he was just cut. From nowhere, the pangas were flying all over, like cutting the boy. So he was cut. So apparently there were some girls who were looking for a room. So like the uncle had houses or rooms for rent. So he was doing also rental businesses. So as the guy was showing them around, the pangas came from nowhere and started cutting him. And that's how he found himself in the hospital. And I remember the sister said when he was showing her around, he said, hey, we need to finish quickly, because when he notices the camera or the CCTV is not on, he can send someone to check on me here. So they got out. So the sister, so that's Nancy, went to the hospital to see the guy, and they told her, I don't think I can handle things. I don't know what to tell you what happened, but here I have cuts, and even the girls who had gone to see to look for the rooms, they also had injuries. What kind of a house was that? I don't know. So the lady decides to report the matter to the Meru police station. Guess what? The police officer was there, was like, that house again? There has been so much of people disappearing from that house. I will take you straight to the OCS. So my number one concern is this thing of people disappearing from Were's house is like it was an ongoing thing. And the police knew about it, but nothing happened. It's like they did nothing really to do much or thorough research as to why people are disappearing in that house. They didn't do it. Like, if they had done it, I'm sure they could have saved many people. We don't know how many people disappeared in that house. So I believe this is something that the government of Kenya needs to take up and check and do a search. I don't know. It's something that happened 14 years ago. That was 2010, October 2010. The girl just disappeared. And when the report is given, they say that it has been happening. That wasn't the first time it was happening. It has been happening before. It has happened before. So, and it's like, it looked like the guys were so scared of this guy, Were. Okay? And so the OCS calls the lady the following day. She goes there. Then she finds Mr. Were is there, breathing fire. And then he says him is being accused of doing false stuff because of the politics. So it was politically associated, you know? My goodness. And then when now the sister asks him where is our sister, Mr. Were tells them, oh, by the way, this time Mr. Were was not a member of parliament. He was still campaigning, okay, to become a member of parliament. So he wasn't a member of parliament yet, but he was campaigning. So he was a Mr. Were, not Honorable Were, okay? So Mr. Were tells the family that, hey, Dotty got a job with KCB in Migori. So he told them that the girl has gotten a job. She got hired in Migori. This is 3 weeks after disappearing, you know. And she had gone to his house in Migori, but he's saying the girl already got hired. So the sister goes to the bank. Since she has been told that her sister was hired in Migori, she goes to the Migori KCB bank and asks about sister. To her surprise, she was told there was no recruitment that was done, or there was no new employer that has been added to their staff. And they were wondering why would she go to work with the bank, because she never had a background in banking. Yeah. So she disappeared just like that. Following her was a problem, because Nancy says when she went to the police to MP's house, no, to Mr. Were's house, she found Were stood there with a gun and said, "I'll shoot you." And even now the police here are scared of him, you know. And even when they're doing warrant search, he didn't let the sister go in, because I'm sure if the sister had gone in, she would have easily identified the stuff or the belongings of her sister. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with this MP. I don't know what kind of life this MP really had. That's like a sad, dark side of Mr. Were. So he takes his niece to Meru. She disappears. And actually, me, I feel like the least he could have done was just to help them in looking for the sister who is his niece. But it didn't bother him. He just changed the story completely and saying the sister has been sent by his political opponents to smear him. This is his niece. He took her from home with the blessings of the parents. And in fact, the sad thing is that disappearance broke the family, in that the mother thought because her husband, who was Dotty's father, is just agreeing with the cousin, who is Mr. Were. Now they're not helping her find the daughter. And you know that thing affected her until she died last year without ever finding out what happened to her daughter. You know how traumatizing it is to a parent. You don't know where your child is. You don't know where your child is. 14 years later, you've never heard from her. You never saw even where she was, if she was killed, where was she, if she died. You never see where she was buried. It is such a painful thing for a parent to go through. It is. How I wish the government can take over and do a search. A serious one. Yeah, I know it's been 14 years later, but why can't they do a follow-up and go? My humble opinion is that they should go to Meru and do a search. What happened in those years? And what happened to the people? Who are these people who just disappeared? People disappearing from same house, and the police are not doing anything they're not doing anything to prevent that from happening again. Where is she? Where is Dotty? It really pains me. You know, there's just someone disappeared overnight. Friends. And when the MP was killed, I saw so many videos coming up of people who have been suffering under him, who have been injured, they've been maimed, some have been killed. There was evidence of people killed. Like if you go against him, he just kills you. Now this is when now he's a member of parliament, the people he's representing, if they go against him, he just kills them. What kind of a person was that? And why would you kill the people who have put you to power to protect them? to take care of them, to present them in government, present their needs, and then you just decide to kill them. By the way, friends, power is not permanent. That's one thing someone needs to know. And if you live by the sword, you will die by the sword, just like Were died by the sword, if that's what he did. I saw bloody images all over. That just because the guys went against him, or they were talking ill of him, of what he's doing, and he sends his gang to go and threaten or kill them or injure them, you know? I hope this story just doesn't disappear after his burial and all is done and dusted, and the story just disappears like that. How I wish this family can get a closure to that. You know, a closure is very important because, you know, my sister or my daughter died and she was buried here. It is better that way than not knowing exactly where the person is. I really feel for this family, and I pray that they get a closure. I hope they can get to know where Dotty went, or if she died, where she was buried, and then they get to know what killed her. It's painful. It's not easy. It's not easy. Never easy. Anyway, I think let's learn something from one thing. Let's learn one thing from this story, that power is never permanent. No one has a right to take anyone's life. Nowadays, we don't see life as sacred, you know? We just play around with people's lives. Just know, if you kill, you will die also. Yes, you will die. All of us will die one day. But just know you will die. There's no need of killing someone. Just let them wait for their time to die. It doesn't help by killing your opponent. It doesn't help. If you don't agree, it doesn't mean you kill, okay? Anyway, friends, that's all I wanted to let you know, that now the member of parliament, when he became the member of parliament, Mr. Wero, Honorable Wero now, what he did to cover up, he hired Dotty's dad to manage the county finances, or of the county's business. He hired the dad. Then after some time, I think the dad realized this thing's not right. This thing's not right. So you may try to cover as much as you can, but just know you don't have a right to kill people, to take anyone's life, okay? Judgment awaits. May this family find closure. That's all my prayer and my plea. May the government take over, because many people have been talking about this thing. They should do a thorough surgery and help this family to come to a closure, so that they know at least where their daughter is. It's been 14 years. And we all know that if it's 14 years, honestly, this person may not be alive. Please, guys, let's take care of our people. Let's learn to love and not to kill. Killing doesn't help at all, at all. Until next time, bye-bye. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being my support. I love you all. See you.